What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and well, this video would just be my brief impressions on Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero is this gacha game basically again by Mihoyo. It's kind of like their next big IP that they have been working on following Honkai Star Rail. As you guys know, Mihoyo has been a very big company with their free-to-play games. Obviously, Honkai Impact 3rd was something in itself and amazing. Personally, though, I do think the company reached massive heights with Genshin Impact. Of course, eventually that was followed by Honkai Star Rail, which was released April 26, 2023, and now July 4th, 2024, we got the release of Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero is a bit different than Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail. Zenless Zone Zero is more a urban fantasy action role-playing game with rogue-like elements. So a lot of times in Zenless Zone Zero, this is not a open world area that is like you can explore and stuff, or a open world game. A lot of sections sure are quote-unquote open in a way, but most of the time there is a path to follow. It's very straightforward. You're not gonna find like hidden chests or hidden things. The areas are not gonna be like decently sized for you to go around. So it's very focused on what it is. With the game's release, of course, there's been a lot of subject, debate, criticisms about how the game works, especially coming off the other games. For me personally, as I said before, it's very iffy when it comes to gacha and free-to-play games. They don't tend to hold me that long. For example, Genshin Impact, I barely touched it. I didn't find it very interesting. Honkai Star Rail, I did find it fun and interesting, but I kind of dropped off after like a couple of months in the game. And well, now we have Zenless Zone Zero, which again, I don't know how long it would hold my personal interest. So far from what I've played, I do enjoy the combat. I like a lot how the game looks. Aesthetically, I think the character designs are very unique. The art style is really fascinating, and the characters look really good.
Acting them inside the hollow.
No carrot, no proxy. Even with a good aptitude for ether, they'll be corrupted if they stay in the hollow too long. There's one more thing we can try. Reset it! Haven't you heard the saying? Turning it off and back on again can fix anything.
Belle, didn't you shut it down? Why is the screen still on?
Found it.
Whoa, it's our lucky day!
That's my strong box! Found it.
It's our lucky day.
That's my strong box!
We have a wide variety when it comes to the cast on how they look, how they act, how they react, especially for a game that just came out. And we also have a lot of upcoming characters to look forward to. The combat, as I said, it's very fast-paced. Though again, because this is also a mobile phone game and, you know, Mihoyo game, there aren't that many buttons you can say that you're pressing. for an action game, I was expecting the ability to jump, and be able to launch opponents in the air or have a button to launch opponents in the air. We don't have that necessarily per se, and I'll get into that a bit later. But right now, the combat at a surface level where you're just approaching it will feel simple. You have a basic attack, you have a basic special attack, and then you have like a super. Then you have your dodge, which slows time when timed properly. You have a parry, and when you parry, you do a switch between characters. At the same time, you can switch between characters. Sometimes you will even get suggestions like, hey, switch a character right now to continue your combo or make, the attack transition better. Now, as I said before, at a surface level, things look very simple, but people have been finding, it does require certain characters and it does require some time to learn, but people have been finding interesting gimmicks with the characters and also how to make the combat a bit more complex. And this is where I come in with being able to juggle. So some people have fine tech with certain characters that when you delay certain attacks or you delay specific move, it can actually cause your opponent to, you're able to do a specific combo. The game's combat will seem at a surface level basic, but if you are interested and you do put in the time and getting specific characters, the combat can be a bit more complex and a bit more interesting, which I personally don't have much of a problem. I'm just playing it, I'm having a good time, I'm not really concerned about that. My biggest problem with the game is just the TVs. The way that you go to different areas when you're doing missions, exploration, or combat, is you basically are like a character in a TV and you move through different slots. You will be able to find treasure. Sometimes that's how you fight. You're able to find enemies to fight. There's puzzles you solve that way too through the TVs. And frankly, for me, it's just, I don't know, I just find it boring or annoying or tedious. I just don't like it. It's not for me. Would have much rather just make it kind of open worldy instead of having the TVs. I have heard it was a lot worse when testing, and right now they really toned it down a lot, but it's just not doing it for me. I just don't like it. I'm gonna still play the game. Like I said, I find the combat very interesting, but the TVs, man, it's just tedious. So far from the plot, I don't care. It's not for me. Here with these characters, you get to choose between Belle and Weiss. So those are the two main characters. They're brother and sister. You pick who you want. They have already their personalities. They're already established. And whoever you pick, you will still see the other characters. So if you pick Belle, you will still have Weiss be interacting with him. He's still going to be part of the plot as you are progressing the game. But unlike the two previous Mihoyo games, Belle and Weiss, at least, I don't know if that's going to change, but at least as of right now, they don't participate in the combat. They're not a character that you bring in to fight. They are more the character that you play the game, you observe the game, and you kind of are the support. But other than that, they have no involvement in the combat, which, again, it's a bit different. I do appreciate difference. And I think it works. I think it's fine. It's just one less character I have to worry about. And I can be I can just play the characters that I want or these favorite characters that I like. But yeah, I think there's obviously going to be people that don't like the game. There's people who are going to like the game. It's free. If you're interested, give it a shot. You might like it. You might not like it. Once you play a bit of the game, maybe an hour, maybe two, I think you will have an idea if this is something for you or if it's just a skip. So yeah, guys, as always, what are your thoughts? Have you tried Zenless Zone Zero? This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.